Hi, my name is Dr. Ruth Mary Allen. I'm a certified brain health coach, high performance coach, and Havening techniques practitioner. And I want to talk to you today about 5 simple steps that you can take to reduce your day to day anxiety. Why is this particularly important? Well, for me, I suffer from anxiety, and it's one of those things that I know I really need to keep under control so I don't get those real unhelpful feelings in my stomach, or as some people have, the need to go to the toilet before giving an event, or talking to people, or perhaps even it's the anxiety associated with either your children going back to school, or yourself going back to work, or your kids going off to university, whether you're a parent, a grandparent, or a carer. So what 5 things can you do to really help you manage and control that level of day-to-day anxiety? Well, the first thing that is really helpful is to check in with your breath. And there's lots of very simple breath techniques you can do. And the one that I like to remember, because we're talking about things from a day-to-day perspective, is to think about it from a 24/7 angle. What do I mean here? Well, I'd like you to breathe in for 2 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, and then breathe out nice and gently for 7 seconds. Center yourself on your chair before you do it. Close your eyes, sense the ground beneath you. Breathe in for 2 through your nose, hold for 4, and then gently breathe out for 7, and just sense the ground beneath you, and do that up to 10 times. Breathe in for 2 seconds, hold for 4, and breathe out for 7. That's the 24/7 technique. That's really easy to remember, really easy to do, just to calm your body down. We know by breathing in, holding your breath for a short period of time, and breathing out really calms you down. So if you find yourself getting anxious, try that step first. The second step, which we teach from a brain health coaching perspective, and this is developed by Byron Katie, is to write down the thoughts that you're having that are really making you feel anxious, and then challenge those thoughts. The first question is to ask yourself, are those thoughts true? If the answer is yes, then ask yourself the second question, are they 100% true? How do you feel with that thought? Write that down or talk it out loud. How would you feel without it? And then what I'd like you to do is turn that thought around into the opposite. E.g., if we take the example of, I feel out of control, is it true? Not true. I can take control. I may not feel in total control, but I'm not completely out of control. How does that make me feel? Anxious. How would I feel without it? Much calmer. What can I do then to take control? I can control the things that within my sphere of influence. So focus on the things that you can control, and then that allows you to really take back control of those negative thoughts and really help you reduce any anxiety associated with the thoughts that you're telling yourself. The third step is to identify the times or triggers that are making you feel anxious, such as maybe watching TV, and then create a routine that will calm that trigger. So we can use things like self-havening, or saying to yourself, when the news comes on, I will tell myself, or I will go and do something. So what can you do to change the action associated with the trigger associated with your anxiety? So what can you do differently from an action perspective? Perhaps limit the amount of time you watch the news, only watch the news on a certain time of the day. What are the things that are within your control that you can change to take charge once that trigger happens? The fifth thing is to focus on an activity that you can do to really help you release tension. Exercise for me is a wonderful technique. That's really great for releasing anxiety. So perhaps go out and exercise and connect with nature. Meditation is another wonderful thing to do to really zone in and center on your own brain, center on your own thoughts. And finally, havening techniques is a fantastic way to really help reduce day-to-day anxiety. And that is a technique that we use by the power of havening touch to help release anxiety through the process of generating delta waves in our brain to help release unhelpful emotions associated with a near-term or a very long-term past trauma and unhelpful experience that is really preventing you from showing up as your best self. If you'd like to learn more about havening techniques and how that can help you with your anxiety levels, then please do click on the link below to register yourself for a free 15-minute consultation. So just to reflect back on the 5 steps that you can take to reduce day-to-day anxiety. First step is check in with your breath using the 24/7 technique. Second is write down the thoughts that you're having that's causing you the anxiety and challenge them. Thirdly, identify those times and triggers that are causing you to have the anxiety and decide what action you can take to reduce the anxiety associated with that trigger. And then fourth is to write down your anxieties and fears and share them with someone that you care about, and they can give you a little bit more perspective. It really helps you step away from those feelings that you have in yourself. And fifth is exercise, meditation, or self-havening to really help you reduce those anxiety levels. And as I said, if you'd like to learn more about havening techniques, then please do click on the link below to register for a free 15-minute consultation with myself. I hope you found this video helpful. Look after yourself, and you can help yourself manage your day-to-day anxieties. Bye for now.